and welcome to Tools to Create a Better Life with myself, Glenise Hughes. Thank you so much for being here. I am so incredibly grateful for each and every one of you. So this week we're going to talk about choosing and choice and choosing. Yes, this is a Grinch toque because I love it. And if you can see in the background, there is hubby and our sweet friend Lexi. We have been playing with choice and choosing more than ever before, and one of the things that we've been choosing is something called Trusted House Sitters, which is basically a site where you can go and you can apply to do house and animal sitting around the world. So we'd talked about it for years prior to Toddy, our sweet kitty, passing away in September of 2022, as something we would do when she was no longer with us. Now, we never guessed she would be gone so quickly. So we actually started in England. We did one house sit. We had a dog and a cat and chickens and ducks. And this is our second one. We're here in Lethbridge, Alberta, Canada, and having so much fun with sweet Lexi. She is such a beautiful dog and so playful. And thankfully the weather has been quite mild here, so we've been able to enjoy her outside. And even though it might look like hubby is being mean to her, she loves getting snow kicked out of her and catching it in her mouth. So there you go. So we are talking all about choice and choosing. And it's one of the things that I actually talk about a lot, because choosing and choice is such a big part of us creating our dreams come true. So when we first had the chance to look at this as a reality, as a possibility, like traveling the world, just trying out different houses in different places with sweet animals to love, it was just from that energy of like, I wonder what that would be like. Not this is the way it has to be, this is what we have to choose, but like I wonder if we would like it. And so then we talked about like actually selling our beautiful home and doing it full time. So in this 10 seconds, that's what we're continuously choosing towards, with the awareness that choice is good for 10 seconds. So we're down here in Lethbridge. It's about a 5-hour drive from our house. Of course, we did one in England, which is impossible to drive to, a flight away. We've got another one set up in Calgary in December and Edmonton near the end of November. And we're trying it out. It's like when you choose, you can try your choice out. This is what it's like. We get to try it out. And so far, we are loving it. Now we're also receiving so much awareness by choosing it. We know that although we love dogs and we love playing with dogs, we know we don't want a lot of time with dogs. If you've never had the difference between a dog and a cat, our experience is dogs require a lot more like walks outside and all the things. Now, some people might disagree and say, of course, if they're dog people and they don't like cats, that's different, of course. But for us, we love all animals, and our awareness is dogs are a lot more work. So we will certainly say yes to dog sits when it feels yummy to do so. And probably for the longer ones, say months or 2 months or maybe even 3 months, probably not going to be for dogs. Who knows? Whatever. But again, it's this choice, and we get to choose and we get to choose and we get to choose again. And this truly is something that you want to look at in your life, because often what we're taught is that we're actually usually not even taught about choice. What we're taught about is decisions. We make a decision. We say, okay, in the spring we're going to sell our house and travel the world doing house and pet sitting full time, along with me, of course, continuing with my business full time. And that's the way it is. That's a decision, and you don't receive much in that decision. In fact, you don't really receive anything. But if you're choosing it and then you're receiving the awareness, then you get to choose again. So we also know, now this isn't about anything to do with what we've been doing so far. We don't need to have any other choices to know. We would actually prefer to do this in the tropics somewhere in the Canadian winter. So we're here right now, so of course we're choosing it locally. So we are enjoying winter, which is why I bought a fun little toque. However, what we're looking for January, February, March is actually Arizona, Florida, Tennessee, California, those places, so that we can enjoy the weather too. So then, of course, if you know me at all, you know I'm also looking at places that have pools. So this is just a really fun way to talk about choice, to really get you to recognize that you get to choose, and you get to choose again, and you get to receive the awareness, and then you get to choose again, and you get to choose again, and you get to choose again, and awareness, and choose, and awareness. And maybe by spring we'll be like, no, we're not interested. We want to, be at home and get some more cats of our own. Who knows? Anything is truly possible. And the first step is making a choice. Now, some choices you can do like we are and get little baby pieces of it, so to speak. We get to try it out, see if it works. Some choices aren't like that. Some choices maybe you just energetically choose. This is what I've been telling some clients this week is, hey, for tomorrow, just live the day as if you chose A. And then the next day, live as though you chose B. Because when we spend a few hours as though we've chose something, we'll also start to get a sense of if it is actually for us or not. So it's just a different way of being on the planet, a different way of trying on choices like you would try on clothes, just to give yourself a sense. The other thing that I think is so important for every one of us to know and to remember is it never shows up the way you think it will. Never shows up the way you think it will. So if you hold on really tight to I'm doing this and this is the way it's going to be and this is how it's going to turn out and this is what it's going to look like, and it's not going to be very fun for you. But if it's like, this feels fun, this feels cool, I'm going to choose towards that, then what else could you receive? What other way could it turn out? How could it turn out better than what you could expect? I've got some coaching going on right now, and I've called the program Beyond What You Desire Coaching. Because we all have an idea of what we would like, or I shouldn't say that, that's not true. Sometimes we have an idea of what we would like, or we have some idea of energies of what we would like. However, there's some dogs barking. I must check. It's all good. Hubby's got it. And so, when we have that, we go into that space of what we would like. And then if we do it from the energy of what else is possible, guess what? Everything beyond what we desire gets to show up. So what if we lived our lives beyond what we desire? Yeah. And I had maxed out at 20 for the Beyond the Coaching. I was doing a beta program. I'm actually expanding that. So there's a link above or below if you would like more information, or maybe you looked at it before and you're kicking yourself that you didn't get in. There's more details about it now, guys. So go and check it out. Would love to have you come play. So I wonder if you were willing to choose and choose and choose and be maybe even judged as flighty, or somebody who just is always changing their mind, or whatever it is that you've used to stop you before. Like, what could you create if you were willing just to choose and mess it up and receive awareness and choose and choose and choose and choose again? I wonder how much magic you could create in your life and your living, my sweet friend. So have a wonderful week, and I look forward to chatting again next week.